Today, we're diving into a really personal story that gets right to the heart of a challenge so many of us face, but rarely talk about. We're talking about the hidden, everyday stress of being a caregiver. It's an amazing story about how one tiny change can make a world of difference.
Wow. That quote, it just hits you, right? It perfectly captures that feeling of being in the sandwich generation. You're pulled in a million directions, trying to be there for your kids while also making sure your parents are okay. It is something else entirely. And this question, this gets to the absolute core of it. For most people, a doctor's order is just, a task. But if you're a caregiver, that simple medical instruction immediately becomes this giant, tangled web of logistics.
So let's really unpack that hidden burden. What is it that makes a supposedly simple appointment feel like climbing a mountain? Well, it turns out it has almost nothing to do with the appointment itself.
Overwhelming. That's the word, isn't it? It's not just about being busy, it's that crushing mental weight that gets added to a to-do list that's already a mile long. It just feels like too much.
Let's break down what this actually looks like. It's a whole chain reaction of stress. First, you've got to coordinate schedules. Yours, your parents, maybe your kids. Then comes the actual trip, helping your parent into the car, fighting through, in this case, Phoenix traffic. Then you're in the waiting room, which is never fun. And after all that, you have to do the entire thing in reverse to get home.
And that right there, that's the moment. That feeling of complete and utter exhaustion where you just think to yourself, this is crazy. There has to be a better way to do this. And you know what? There was a better way. The solution came from a place you might not expect. A mobile service that just completely changed the entire game. So for anyone who's not familiar with this, here's the idea. A mobile blood draw is exactly what it sounds like. Instead of you going to the lab, a professional phlebotomist comes right to your home. The lab comes to you. Just think about that for a second. That whole stressful, multi-step ordeal we just talked about was replaced by a single phone call. All that chaos and complexity just gone. And making that one simple switch created a totally new reality, not just for the caregiver, but for her mom too. Let's take a look at what that experience was actually like. I mean, this comparison says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the old way, stress, traffic, sterile waiting rooms, and on the other side, you just see peace, the dignity and comfort of being taken care of in your own home. It's night and day.
And the actual visit? It sounds like a dream come true. The phlebotomist was on time. Her mom was relaxed and comfortable in her own favorite chair. She was treated with patience and respect. The whole thing was quick, professional, and every single one of those stress points from the old way was just eliminated.
So let's just tick off what this one change got rid of. First, all that driving and sitting in traffic? Poof, gone. And the hours spent in an uncomfortable waiting room?
Also gone. The physical and emotional exhaustion that came with the whole ordeal just vanished. It's amazing how one change can remove all of that friction.
So yeah, the practical benefits are pretty obvious, but the real story here, the real impact, goes so much deeper. This wasn't just about saving time or making things easier.
The real gift was time and peace of mind. It meant she could stay focused at work, be present for her kids, and crucially, not have to worry about her mom's comfort or stress. A huge weight was just lifted off her shoulders.
And this right here, this is the heart of it all. It wasn't about convenience. It was about support. It was a service that looked at this huge, stressful problem and said, hey, we can help with that.
Because when you are juggling that much, having one major stressor completely taken off your plate, well, that's not just a small thing, it's everything. It frees up so much mental and emotional space.
And that's such a powerful takeaway, isn't it? It's a huge lesson in knowing you don't have to do it all yourself. Sometimes the best way to care for someone and for yourself is to let an expert handle what they do best.
And that really leaves us with a big question to think about. This story was about a lab appointment, but the idea applies to, well, pretty much anything. It makes you wonder, what's that one logistical nightmare in your own life that, if you could just get rid of it, would change everything?